Griffin Walbridge, who's one of the many judges who's dealt with injuries this season in his fourth game of the year. He will take the tip against the 6'8" Emmanuel Odawama. And Griffin Walbridge wins the tip-off. Sam Aduse controls for the judges, who are wearing white, against the Violets, who are wearing that color. David Perez, Ethan Edwards swung across Harris, and then Griffin Walbridge, the 6'10" setter. Harris, the fourth leading scorer in the conference this season. And David Perez got a drive, flips it out, finds Sam Aduse. Harris for three. He's the best three-point shooter in the UAA, but not that time. Rebound pulled down by Tristan Howe. Tristan Howe gets the most rebounds in the UAA, just under 10 rebounds per game for Howe. Odawama down low, Jack Stone up top. Howe for Odawama, who got lost in the middle for a dunk to open the scoring. Emmanuel Odawama averages 6.8 points per game. He played 3 years at Columbia, a grad transfer. Edwards for Aduse, kicking it out, Perez. Toby Harris at the high post, trying to make something happen against Freedy, and it goes. Toby Harris off the mark, averages 18.7 points per game. Like I said, fourth most of the conference. That's Brock Susko for three. Goes off the rim. Sam Aduse pulling down the rebound. All 5 of these starters for Brandeis are in their last game here in Waltham. Harris for Aduse, a step back three from the guard, and he knocks it down. Sam Aduse, Eugene Bain said, is getting better each year, having his best year as a primary point guard for Brandeis. 3-ball save, Freeney got it. The All-UAA second teamer last year, Freeney averages 12.2 points per game. Screen from Walbridge for Aduse. Perez thought about a three. Turned back by Jack Stone. Stutter step, Aduse stops. Harris cutting toward the basket, and he lays it in. Harris plans to take a graduate year somewhere else. Not sure where, but we'll certainly be keeping an eye on that into next year. He was injured almost all of last year. Odawama on the inside. Bounces it in for Tristan Howe with the finish. Tristan Howe played 2 years with Virginia Cavaliers. Former Division I national champions. A lot of grad transfers on this NYU team. Walbridge, another three from Aduse. Around and out, pulled down by Zay Freeney. Bounced inside for Howe. Odawama with his second dunk. A 6'8" setter from Aguilera, Anambra, Nigeria. Went to high school in Florida. A floater from Ethan Edwards is pulled down by Brock Susko. Stripped by David Perez, but we get our first foul. And we'll get our first substitution as well. Walbridge comes out, grad transfer from Baldwin Wallace. Rob Watson comes in, another one of the judges who's dealt with significant injuries this season. It's only his fourth game. But he's made an impact on the inside for sure. There's Jack Stone. Doubled. Good defense by Watson, but he got his own rebound. Jack Stone still can't get it past Watson. Watson on the ground, Stone on the ground, and it's Jack Stone called for the foul. Jack Stone was all UAA first team last year with Carnegie Mellon. He transferred from the Tartans after 4 years at Pittsburgh. But he's had an excellent year, 11.1 points per game, fourth most assists per game, and the best assist to turnover ratio in the UAA this year for the Violets, who lead 9-7. Rob Watson. Edwards, kick out. Perez with a good look from the wing. He got it. David Perez, a senior from Miami, team leader, puts the judges in front. Jack Stone for three, too long. Nice rebound there by Edwards over Brock Susko, 6'5". Edwards going to pop a three off the front of the rim. Knocked down to Zay Freeney on the rebound. Hampton Sanders is at the game, number 2 for NYU. That's a nice measured bank shot. Good from Zay Freeney. And the Violets are back in front. It's 11-10. Edwards lost it, but he got fouled by Zay Freeney, who disagrees with the call. Always a good time to introduce the officials. After a controversial call, they're Andrew Madison, Jonathan Sanquist, and Brendan Sabina. As the junior from Miami, Matt Cadogan, comes in. Watson holding high. Toby Harris not allowed to penetrate. Guarded tightly there by Susko. Sam Medusa wants to drive, but there's 2 defenders in the way. Repelled by Freeney. Comes to Cadogan, 6 to shoot. Matt Cadogan winding around, trying to adjust. Tip by Watson, doesn't go. Passed up ahead to Freeney and intercepted by Ethan Edwards. Not a bad idea there by Susko, but an athletic play by Edwards, who's coming the other way. Ethan Edwards, oh, what a play. The interception that he boomerangs back to the other end and gives Brandeis the lead. Hampton Sanders. Freeney, Michigan side. Shuba Oyigbo. That's Oyigbo, number 20. Here's Susko driving on Cadogan, trying to spin. Good defense by Cadogan. Has to kick it out. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Zay Freeney. Edwards trying to fight through the screen. Freeney for 3. Got it. Zay Freeney, senior from Phoenix, Arizona. Started every game this season for NYU. Gene Bain said at the beginning of the season, oh, there's an interception by Hampton Sanders, and he will take it the other way. Gene Bain wants a timeout after that.